Hello and a very good morning to all of you. So, my name is Rati Kumari Jha and I'm today with a module of data compression in which I'll cover all of the important questions of universities and which is based on a new exam pattern also. So, let's start with MCQs. So, these are the questions you can see on the screen. So, our first question is what is compression? So our options are to convert one file to another. Option B is to reduce the size of data to save space. Option C is to minimize the time taken for a file to be downloaded. Option D is to compress something by pressing it hard. So why we perform compression? We perform the compression for the purpose of reducing the size of data. Of course, if we are compressing a file, we are doing this for the purpose of uploading it or streaming it to some platform. So we want to reduce the size of data so that space can be saved. So the right answer will be B. So the right answer will be B. Next question. What does lossy compression do to files? Option A is increases the file size and keeps the same quality. Option B is eliminates no information at all. C is decreases the file size and keeps the same quality. Option D is eliminates all the unnecessary information in a file to reduce file size. So what is the work of lossy compression? So our concept of compression is basically divided into two types. One is lossy compression and another one is lossless compression. In lossy compression, we we lose some information. Of course, we there is some loss of information. Okay, so there is some loss of information, as I said. So this will, but it is not like that. It will eliminate some very important information. This is not at all like this. It will remove the information which is not usable. Okay, so this will eliminates unnecessary information in a file to reduce file size. So the right answer will be it eliminates unnecessary information in a file to reduce file size. What is lossless compression? In lossless compression, there will be no data loss, there will be no loss of information, even it is unnecessary. So options are A, no information is lost, but file size is increased. There is no loss of information at all after compression. Files which have the exact same data after compression. Compression involves an algorithm. So the in lossless compression, as I previously said, there is no loss of information at all after compression. So the right answer will be B, which is there is no loss of information at all after compression. What type of compression would you use to compress a video? If we want to compress a video, which option should we use, lossy or lossless? So if we are talking about video, we of course the video is something which takes a lot of storage. So for that purpose, we use lossy compression so that some of the storage can be decreased. We can reduce the size. So that's why we use the lossy. So the right answer will be A, which is lossy. When lossy compression is used, data is lost. So options are A, true. Option B is false. So the right answer will be yes. When we are using lossy compression, we lost some data. So the right answer will be A, which is true. Next question. Which of the following are not included in a compressed format? Option A is JPEG, option B is MPEG, option C is bitmap, and option D is MP3. So we have four options. These JPEG, MPEG, and MP3. We use these three formats, but we never use a bitmap. So bitmap is not included because bitmap is used to mapping the data through bits, which is not the option here, which is not the right option here. We don't need a format like that. We need only compressed formats. Uncompressed audio and video files require less memory than compressed files. So this is true or false? This is completely false, as if we are compressing some files, of course we will reduce the size and we will come up with some file with less memory now. So compressed files takes lesser memory. So the right answer will be B, false. Next question. What would you use compression for? Option A is making an image file smaller. Option B is modifying an image. Why do we use compression? So our main purpose is making an image file smaller in size. So the right answer will be A. Which of the following would not be suitable for lossy compression? Which of the following would not be suitable for lossy compression? Our options are A, images, B, sound, C, videos, and the D is text. So if we talk about lossy compression is something which is not reversible. It means if we are using images, sounds, videos, but if it's about text, okay, we can't lose the information, because if we are writing a text and even a single word will be missed, this will change the pattern, this can change the meaning, okay. So we can't include text in this. So the right answer will be D, which is text. Compression in general makes it dash to send, upload, and stream data. Why we do compression? So that our process will be quicker, not slower. So the right answer will be A, which is quicker. So that we can easily upload our data, send our data, and stream our data on different channels. 11th, lossless compression permanently deletes the data. Our options are A, true, B, false. Lossless compression permanently deletes the data. This is a completely wrong statement, because in the case of lossless compression, we can compress and again decompress the data. We have the capability of getting the previous data again, which was originally present. So this is a complete wrong statement. So right answer will be B, which is false. Lossy compression would be suitable for text files. So our options are A, true, B, false. No, as I previously said, we can't use lossy compression for text file, as in lossy compression there will be some loss of information and we can't afford that loss of information. So the right answer will be B, which is false. Compression looks for dash data. Our options are A, unnecessary, and B is repeated. Compression looks for repeated data. So the right answer will be B, which is repeated data. How many bits make up one byte? It is a very important question, and if you are not, especially when if you are not from a computer science branch, then of course you should know about it, that 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. So the right answer will be C. Which of the following is true of lossy and lossless compression techniques? So just read all the options carefully and just listen to me carefully as well. A. Lossless compression throws away unimportant details that a human being will likely be unable to detect. It means lossless compression just throw all the unimportant details. So it is a completely negative statement. So according to me, this can't be a right statement, that they just throw all the details which human can't detect. Lossy compression is only possible on files that are at least 1 GB in size before compression. There is no statement like that, so this is also not a right option. Lossy compression techniques are no longer commonly used. No, we use the lossy compression techniques in for many purposes. Lossy compression is fully reversible, meaning the original file can be recreated bit for bit. Yes, this is the right option. As I previously said that Lossless compression is completely reversible. It means we can compress our data and then decompress our data also. So the right answer will be D, which is lossless compression is fully reversible and meaning the original data can be recreated bit for bit. Next question. Which of the following is true of lossy and lossless compression techniques? It is again asking us about lossless and lossy compression. So the options are both lossy and lossless compression techniques will result in some information being lost from the original file. This is not a right statement in the case of lossless. Sorry, in the case of lossless, there will be no information loss, but in the case of lossy, there is some loss of information. Option B is neither lossy nor lossless compression can actually reduce the number of bits needed to represent a file. This is also not a right answer because neither lossy nor lossless compression, because there will be some reduction in the number of bits. That's why this is not a right answer. C is lossless compression is only used in situation where lossy compression techniques can't be used. No, this is not a right answer. D is lossy compression is best suited for situation where some loss of detail is tolerable, especially if it will not be detectable by human. So this is the right answer because lossy compression will be used in those places where we can lose some information and this will not affect the data at all, and this will help us in reducing the memory and upload and stream our data on different channels. 17th question. Data compression algorithm that allows the original data to be perfectly reconstructed from the compressed data. Option A is lossy compression, option B is lossless compression. So perfectly reconstructed from compressed data. So the right answer will be lossless compression. Compression looks for dash data. A unnecessary and the B is repeated. So the right answer will be compression looks for repeated data. Question number 19. The Dash codec from Google provides modest compression ratios. So what is codec? The question here is what is codec? So codec is something which is used for maintaining or we can say compressing the data. We have a number of, so basically codecs are some algorithm, or you can say that they are some programs which we use for the purpose of compressing data and decompressing them. Okay, so which codec from Google provides modest compression ratios? So there are some options: A. Snapchat, B. Snappy, C. File Compress, and D. The none of the mentioned. So we use Snappy codec. We use Snappy codec. So the right answer will be Snappy codec, which we will use for getting the modest compression ratios. Next question is point out the correct statement. Option A is Snappy is licensed under the GNU public license. Option B is BGCIK needs to create an index when it compresses a file. Option C is the Snappy codec is integrated into Hadoop Common, a set of common utilities that supports other Hadoop subprojects. D, none of the mentioned. So in this case, the right answer will be C, which is the Snappy codec is integrated. Snappy codec is actually something which is integrated into Hadoop Common, and it is present in the Hadoop utilities, and you can use that codec according to yourself. You can use this format to compress your files, and Hadoop provides us this advantage for using this Snappy codec, and even Hadoop use this Snappy codec so that it can take the data, store the data, process it, and for processing the data, they need to compress the data as well. So, and for the compression purpose, they use those codecs. And one of them is Snappy, which provides moderate compression ratios. Next question. Which of the following compression is similar to Snappy compression? Which of the following compression is similar to snappy compression. So our options are A LZO, B BZip2, C GZip, and D all of the mentioned. So which of the following compression is similar to snappy compression? For this, as you guys have no idea about what is snappy compression and what is LZO and BZip2, I'll tell you in detail what are these things. So just see carefully on the screen. I'll tell you about these in a detailed way. So you can see these are few of the compression formats: ZZip, BZip2, LZO, and snappy compressions. So these are few of the compression. There are extension name. You can see on the screen the extension format. So these are all the compression formats are mainly used by Hadoop. Hadoop is a platform which store a large amount of data and then process it. So you can also learn the extension name for each of the compression formats. For gzip, the extension name is .zz. For bzip2, the extension format is bz2. For LZO, the extension name is .lzo, and for snappy, .snappy. So these are all the compression formats which are used for by Hadoop. So multiple files exists or not, supports or not, you can see it in the diagram, and also supports slicing or not, top compression ratios, decompression speed, ray ranking tools, and Hadoop comes or not. So bzip2 here comes with the highest compression ratios, but with the slowest compression rate. It means it works slowly, it takes time to compress the file, but ZZip works better than BZip in this case, but compression ratio of BZip2 is greater than GZip, and maybe they can ask you in the MCQ that which one, BZip2 or GZip, which one have highest compression ratio. Then you need to write that BZip2 have the highest compression ratios. And for support sections, we can also use BZip2 and LZO. So you can learn this, that where we are using, and compression rate of snappy is the highest. So it is best to use the snappy because it have modest compression ratios, and it is very good to use them. And snappy compression rate is greater than LZO. So it means snappy is something which works almost similar to LZO. So in our question, now we can go to the question, and the right answer will be which one similar to snappy compression. So the right answer will be A, which is LZO. So you can understand what are they. They are all the compression techniques or compression format which Hadoop uses to compress the files. Okay. So which Hadoop used to compress the file. Snappy performs fastest if either it is compression or decompression. Okay. Next question, which of the following supports splittable compression? Which of the following supports splittable compression? So our options are A LZO, B BZip square, C GZip, and D all of the mentioned. Which of the following supports splittable compression? It means we can divide the files and we can divide the files and we can perform the compression process in two different parts. There are some codecs, as I previously said, there are some algorithms which we use for the purpose of compressing and decompressing the data. So some codecs support splittable compression, and that codecs are differs in speed with which they can compress and decompress data and allow the degree to which they can compress. Okay, so there are different codecs which support splittable compression, but there is, in this case, in option A, B, and C, there is only LZO with this feature which supports splittable compression. So the right answer will be LZO. And which one is works similarly to the snappy? LZO. And snappy is the one with the better compression rates. It means with high compression rate, it will take less amount of time. Point out the wrong statement. From a usability standpoint, LZO and ZZip are similar. So what do you think? LZO and ZZip are similar? As I previously said, you can think about it. BZip 2 generates a better compression ratio than does ZZip, but it's much slower. GZip is a compression utility that was adopted by the GNU project, and the option D is none of the mentioned. If we are talking about the usability, okay, if we are talking about the usability, yes, if LZO and ZZip are similar, so the right answer will be okay, wait. In this question, we need to tell that pick out the wrong statement, okay, so we just need to pick out the wrong statement. So we have different options. Just the one option is from a utility point, LZO and GZip are similar. If I talk about the previous question, as we learned before, that LZO and Snappy works almost similarly because they have better compression rates. Okay, but here it is written that for a usability standpoint, LZO and ZZip are similar, which is completely wrong. We can't say that this is a correct option. But of course, we have to go through other options as well. BZip 2 generates a better compression ratio than does ZZip, but it's much slower. Yes, BZip 2 have a better compression ratio, as we can see in our this picture. BZip have a better compression ratio than ZZip. Okay, BZip do have a better compression ratios, but compression rate it works slowly. You can say that its compression rate is very less and it works slowly also. So this will be right option. ZZip is a compression utility that was adopted by the GNU project. This is also a right option. So our wrong statement will be A, which is from a usability standpoint, LZO and ZZip are similar, which is a wrong statement because LZO and Snappy compressions are almost similar because they have the similar compression rates. Which of the following is the slowest compression technique? We are talking about slowest compression technique. So as I tell you previously that BZip 2 comes with the better compression ratio, and one with the compression better ratio will have the slowest compression technique. It means inversely proportion of the compression ratio and the compression rate. Next question. ZZip, GZip, short for GNU zip, generates compressed files that have a dash extension. So as even I told you previously to just go through that particular table, and you can even again see that particular table. What is the extension of gzip? It's .gz. So you can see it. So the right answer will be .gz, which is B option. The right answer is B option. Okay, so I think you just understand all about these, all the compression formats, and you're clear with this concept, and you can even learn about this more. And this was just a learning process, and I hope you liked it. I hope you like this video, and I'll come up with some more question, and of course I'll try to make it even better and come up with more and more questions. So this was just the part one, and I'll come up with some more videos in which I'll tell you about more concept, and this was completely based on lossy and lossless and other compression formats. And next we will study about more compression techniques and how what the techniques we are using. Okay, so thank you so much.